Hello, hello.
Hi.
This is Mikuchi.
And this is Tony.
And today we're gonna talk about. Why don't you say the topic this time?
I don't want to say that.
Okay, so honestly, we can't really think of a topic for this one, so we're probably gonna make it up when I post it. I was gonna say right person, but then we're just gonna talk about how the first thing that we did that made us truly appreciate each other. I guess.
Yes.
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 And this is gonna be a Valentine's Day special, so
So merry February 14th.
I was gonna say look forward to a lot of disgusting mush.
Really,
Bring a bucket with you, just like beside you, in case you want to puke, because we're quite disgusting.
Well, Jenny's disgusting. I'm not disgusting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're disgusting.
I thought we were both pretty disgusting.
No, you're disgusting.
I thought we were a disgusting couple.
Okay, sure, we're a disgusting couple.
Okay, so...
You go first.
Oh my god, okay. So I guess the first thing that, Tony has done a lot of things that made me really appreciate him, but, the truly first thing that I felt, deep down in my heart that Tony really cares about me, it was actually that time that you did give up meat for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're not going to give the listeners anything new? You're just going to recycle from your last podcast?
I'm telling the truth though.
Okay.
That was because the fact was you decided to do that before I did, and then you immediately just went and done it, and then you knew how long that it would take. It's more of the fact that you're, without me saying anything, you're willing to do something because I'm saying this because Tony really likes to eat meat.
Prime rib is the greatest thing ever made.
Yeah, and Tony really likes to eat meat. So giving up meat for I don't know how long that was. That was really long.
6 or 7 months.
Yeah, I think that was longer than half a year. But it's more of the fact that you were willing to sacrifice something that you love for me, and without me saying anything, you just done that.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Was that Attractive's voice?
Oh, that was the most attractive sound ever. Oh yeah, that will. If anything, this podcast will create only that one soundbite, and everybody will use it from this point onward.
I think that should be turned to some sort of music video.
It should. Remixed.
Just disgusting grunting sounds.
Okay, that's gross.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we can probably just expand on that afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
So you should tell yours.
Okay, well, mine is really cheesily.
Oh, this whole thing's gonna be cheesy. It's fine.
This is gonna be super cheesy. Okay, so mine is from the first night I asked you out, you decided to call your parents immediately and tell them we were going out. And this wasn't hey, Mom, Dad, I'm going out. And you didn't just scream it upstairs. You dialed them.
I called them the second day. No, dude, they were in Taiwan.
Yeah, you dialed them in Taiwan. That's my point.
I Skyped them.
Okay, you Skyped them.
Same thing.
She called them in Taiwan to tell them that we were going out. And I thought that was actually really... really good, because immediately you were taking the relationship seriously.
I take our relationship seriously.
I know, but I didn't know that at the time.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that at the time, but it was a big thing, and I appreciated it, and it was nice.
Because a person actually told their parents for once.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
and honestly, it's the forefront and the honesty, and there's there was no playing around or anything like that. We were both going into the relationship, and we were both serious from the get-go.
I think how I deal with a relationship is it doesn't matter if you're the guy or the girl in the relationship. You go in a relationship, you want to take care of the other person. You're supposed to take responsibility when you are in the relationship, right? Unless I guess if it's your thing and you both agree to it that it's not really a relationship and no one needs to take responsibility.
Wow, that just sounded like high school.
Well, hey, I was serious in high school too.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised you picked that one.
What do you mean?
Like for yours, I was actually surprised.
What were you thinking I was gonna pick?
I don't know. Like I actually thought it was. I thought it was the time when you found out I like ninja applied to like DHX for you.
Oh yeah, that one too. But then like that. Wait, I knew that after.
Well, you knew that after the fact.
Yeah. Okay. That one I did. Oh my god. No, don't do this to me.
Okay, so I'll tell the story. So, you guys, if you guys heard last week's podcast, Jenny was having trouble finding work. So one day I broke, for the lack of a better word, I broke into her room and into her stuff and stole a portfolio and hacked her email account and printed out her resume and re-edited it. And then I
re-edited it too? Yeah. Oh, don't do this to me.
and then I literally took a personal day off work and drove to DHX Studios to hand in Jenny's resume and portfolio into the hands of HR. But I had to like, you know, pretend I was leaving at the right time, so I totally left in the morning at like regular time and sat in a coffee shop for several hours until like DHX was like reasonably open. Then I drove to Vancouver.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did not hear about that part.
Yeah, of course. Well, what am I gonna do? I can't go home. I can't like go to my parents' place and like just sit there. So I sat in a coffee shop for a whole bunch of hours. And then I drove to DHX Studios. Oh wait, actually, for a second, I drove to UBC first. I drove to UBC first to visit my old coworkers.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but then but since it's Vancouver anyways, I had to kill time. Then I drove to DHX Studios.
Oh, I see.
And then I rung myself up to their floor and was really thinking about how I'm going to explain what it is I'm doing to a person that's going to be very weirded out by why I'm the one that's there applying for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I did that, and then like then I came back and I said I came back early with a headache or something. Yeah, it was a really lame like cover all in all, and luckily Jenny is terrible at keeping count of how many portfolios she printed out, so she never noticed one was missing.
That sucked. I think like you accidentally said it in front of my parents or something.
Oh yeah, I think.
Yeah, you accidentally said that, and I was like, wait a sec, what? I was like, when did you visit your old coworkers? And then you told me like while we were eating dinner with my parents, and then I suddenly started like crying, and obviously now I am a bit too because I'm actually like I actually cry really easily. I just don't like to let people know that I cry.
But except you you just let the entire world know that you cry.
Well, I don't show people. I don't like to cry in front of like people. I don't like to cry in front of people.
That's fair.
I only cry I only like am okay with crying in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I actually thought you were gonna pick that.
Yeah, no, like I guess I chose the meat thing because like that did last like really long, and it was during like how can I say it? Like we went through a lot of random adventures together, I guess.
Or I actually had a whole bunch of ones that I thought you were going to pick before that one.
Really, what was the other one?
Well, the other one was like 3 months of taking care of your house.
Oh yeah, of course that's. I think
you can explain that one because that one takes a lot more.
Okay, so when we just started going out, like I guess like 2 months in.
Yeah, 2 months in.
About like 2 months in. My parents wanted me to take a longer vacation after my grad film, so I pretty much left Canada for 3 months, and of course we needed someone to take care of the house and the cat, and Tony was like, "That's okay.
I'll do it." So this was my schedule, and this is while I was working at UBC.
Yeah.
So this is my schedule for 3 months, every day. So on the weekdays when I had work, I would go to work. I'd be there at 9:00. I'd work till 6, and then I'd take the bus home. And immediately when I got home, I would get in the car and drive from my place in Coquitlam to her parents' place in Port Coquitlam, which is like a 15-minute drive. I think. It's like, and then go in, check the house completely. Play with her cat for a few hours, so she didn't get lonely, and scoop the poop. Scooping the poop was a very important part of this process. Scoop the poop, and then the reason her cat back then was, I guess she wasn't super comfortable like being with strangers.
Yeah, my cat's like an old cat. So actually, before we started going out, she would hiss at Tony every time she saw him. Like, and then like there would be this. Then you say there was this time
literally
where
she walked into the room, hissed at me, and then left the room.
Wasn't that time when like you were just like peeing in my brother's washroom at the time, and then like you came out and Mimi just like walked past and was like.
Yeah, like literally, she waited for me. She like stalked me and waited just to hiss at me. Then
but Mimi loved you afterwards so much. Like she was like looking forward to seeing you every day.
Yeah, but like and then like I would end up getting home at like 8 or 9 o'clock, and then eat dinner and then go back to sleep and do it all over again. And on the weekend, I would go in the middle of the day and spend a few more hours there so Mimi wouldn't get lonely.
Yeah, like...
And then I did that for 3 months.
I truly understood how, like, painfully hard that was, like, after I started going, like, doing full-time. Because you're so fucking tired after, like, every work day. I was just like, how did you do that?
It's actually true. Like, when Jenny started her work at the studio that shall not be named, she was like, she had roughly...
The teaching studio.
Yeah,
not my current one.
this teaching studio. She actually, the studio's located like on the route that I would have bused to UBC.
Yeah.
So like it was only like maybe 10 or 15 minutes more than you would have been at UBC proper where I got off to work. So Jenny was like, she kind of realized a month into her work that I did this every day. I made the offhanded comment, like, yeah, I did this every day.
Yeah.
And then she was like, how did you do this every day and then go to my house?
Tony, my Superman.
Okay.
Tony's my Superman.
Okay. So
okay, you have to say something else about me. Like now, I feel like I'm just like that one person in the relationship that looks like they didn't really do much.
Aw, you're adorable, sweetie.
There must have been something
Well,
else.
of course, you did plenty of things.
Like what?
Well...
Are you? No,
I'm just kidding.
Don't do this.
I just messing with you. No, like one time I told Jenny, like when I was a kid, all I really wanted as like a present was one of those like home planetariums that like that shot stars onto my ceiling because I was like a little dirty kid that liked having
little dirty kid.
Nerdy kid that liked having stars and constellations.
I heard dirty.
I said nerdy.
Oh, okay.
That like having stars and constellations on his ceiling because it would be cool, and I could pretend I was in a sci-fi film.
Aww.
And it was cool. But anyway, so Jenny did was she literally painted and made a star globe for me. That didn't quite work the way she wanted to.
I carved each star out
individually on the
from
star
the paint. I made like many thick layers of paint just so it'll like stick on the globe.
And then like it produces light, but it doesn't quite.
I'm so sad.
It doesn't quite shine.
Dude,
the way she wanted.
it's like you just left it broken at your place.
Didn't leave it broken.
Okay, like I said, it's not really broken. It's just the side. I also made some like I guess touches with
curlicues.
Yeah, like...
They're called curlicues.
Is it called curlicues?
Yeah, they're called curlicues.
Oh my god, how did you know that term?
From reading books.
Okay, I made some curlicues.
Yeah, they're called curlicues.
From like metal, and then like...
I actually made that term up just this second.
Oh my god. Fuck, now I feel like an idiot. Okay, I made some designs.
Curlicues.
Shut up. With metal wires, and then like paint it over and like put all the fancy schmancy stuff.
Curlicues.
Fancy schmancies, and then some of them came off while Tony was transporting it, and now it's just.
Well, you always keep saying you'd come over and fix it, and then you never do.
I do. I come over.
And then you never fix it.
Because I need my crazy glue.
You could have just brought our crazy glue, but you chose not to.
Oh, I didn't know you had crazy glue.
I've told you I did multiple times.
Okay, why don't you let me do that next time?
Okay, I guess you will. You're gonna forget again.
Yeah. No. Okay, so is there anything else? Is that it?
What you need more? You need more than that.
Are you saying I didn't do it?
You do plenty. You do plenty.
Oh, but then like there's also one thing that I really do appreciate Tony for is that he like I am quite like will you say I'm a feminist? I'm not really that much of a feminist, am I?
I don't know how to answer that without.
No, I would
being
say
a
like
trap.
I guess I'm kind of like I really have a I guess tomboyish personality. So
She has
I,
a bit of a feminist streak.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, you have a bit of a
Oh
feminist
shit.
streak.
And like I do believe in
You do open most sentences with "That's not fair to women." So
do I not say I did say that's not fair to women. I said that's not fair to me.
no, you generally say women and girls.
Okay, I say that okay.
You generally open most.
Okay,
sentences
so
with
I
that.
was like, how? Oh, your piggy snorts. Okay, so how I was like talking about those kind of things is like, I'm pretty into equality, right? So
Except when like there's heavy lifting or jars to open, then she's into.
I try my best to
then
open them.
she's into looking.
I don't like asking your help for that, just so you know.
She's into like just looking pitiful, and then it's like, Tony, can you come?
Oh my
over
God, I'm
and-
not like
and
that.
Open this big jar. Open this jar. It's very hard.
I hate you. I try my best to open it, but somehow you just have. You're stronger than me, okay?
Are you saying on record that women do not have as strong upper body
No,
strength as
I'm
men?
saying nothing like that.
Are you going on record as saying
Okay,
that? Jenny?
anyways.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm saying like I'm pretty into equality, so like I don't say that as like I'm not the kind of person to say I'm into equality and then tell the men to like always pay for my shit because I hate that. So is it okay to talk about the naming thing?
Well, you already kind of did, so
Well,
I guess you kind of have to, yeah.
okay, so like when we were talking about like our future kids, I know there's like really far into the thing, but Tony brought up the marriage thing first, so it's okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so when we were talking about like naming the kids thing, like I am quite strong in my opinion, so I'm just like, dude, I have to carry the kid in my belly for like 9 months and like watch out for all this shit to make sure they're healthy and stuff and endure the pain. How come I can't have at least one kid like named after my last name? And then like after a discussion, like I understood, like we both understood our points, and then we came to a compromise where like we'll just like combine our last names together for like
Yeah.
everyone.
And the main reason I thought doing this is because, like, I've never really been big on the whole tradition of like the girl just belongs to the guy's family. And,
Yeah, I
like,
hate that too.
Like it's like, if I'm gonna be like the head of a family, I would want both parents to feel welcome in it. Like I wouldn't want one to feel this is their family or this is not their family. So like
I guess you're still kind of traditional in the man of the family kind of thing.
okay.
Like whatever.
Okay.
I what?
Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying okay in a really judgmental
Oh,
tone
okay.
and make you feel guilty just from you saying the word okay.
I'm not gonna feel guilty. I feel a
Okay.
little bit guilty.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
continue.
but anyway, it's like I wouldn't want to make either parent feel unwelcome in our home. Like there's not one set of grandparents and another. They're both grandparents.
Yeah.
In the home, and like I always actually went on record as telling my parents like you do, like I would tell them it's like you do know when I buy a home, there's a room there for you if you ever want to like live with us. Like I'm not saying you have to use it. I'm just saying it's there and it's for your use, and I'm gonna have it anyways. So if you don't use it, I'm just gonna use it as storage. And when you want it, it's there. And I've said that I would say that to both parents.
Yeah.
Actually, very fairly. So. That's the main reason like we would like combine our last names and like just form sort of like a new family name type deal. Like I think it's fair to both. Like it puts both.
Yeah, I
in-
agree.
Both parents in there, recognizes the contribution of both, and it's fair to both families.
Yeah, and I do really appreciate that because like there is always that kind of tradition that especially the girl side of the parents feel kind of left out about, is that like when the girl gets married, the girl belongs to the guy side of the family, and I always really hated that like tradition, because it just feels like, well, just because I'm born a different gender, I have to get like passed on like an animal to someone else.
See that there's that feminist streak.
Hey, but you can't like disagree to that.
Well, there's that. I'm just saying there's that feminist streak. In
No,
general.
well, like what I mean is, I'm a bit feminist, I guess so.
A bit feminist.
But then like you have to agree. Like if you were in my position, wouldn't you feel the same? Yeah, you say that now. If you were born with a V, you'll say the exact same thing as me.
D for life, yo.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, I'm not a misogynist. Just so we're clear, I am not a misogynist. And I said that as a joke.
Yeah.
Okay, so. There
must be other things.
Are you feeling like super guilty?
No, because
did I drop 3 aces on the board and you're like?
Because you're just like, well, I've also done this and this and this.
Well, I know. I was just thinking like in my mind, because when you brought up this topic, I was like, oh, I wonder what she's gonna pick. And, like you didn't pick any of the ones I thought you would, so I was like, oh, okay.
But I did go into the conversation with my parents, like when I told them about our relationship. I did go into that knowing that they would be really pissed at me for it. Well, mainly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, mainly because they also knew my I guess my background in dating, so like they're kind of paranoid of me getting hurt and stuff, and like there's always the, I guess, kind of like the traditional kind of thing where like the preference is dating like a Chinese person for me. Like no, not for me. I don't care. I personally don't care. I mean like for the family.
Me and her dad are cool now, by the way.
No, yeah, my parents really like him now.
we're cool.
And
we talk about cars.
You didn't even talk about what I went through that time.
Huh? Well, that's a little personal.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's a little personal.
You mean me crying from it?
Well, I thought you were talking about the other thing.
I don't even know what. Oh, no, don't talk about that. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I went into that conversation knowing that.
Yeah, I know.
I would have to try to fight for the relationship, pretty much, I guess.
Well, yeah, I know.
There's not.
Jenny's looking at me with a very guilty, you better think of something right now, bitch. Look at her face.
Oh, I can't even bring up this thing that I'm thinking right now, because like you pretty much did the exact same thing for me before. I was thinking about that time where like I pay for more things because you just pay a lot of stuff for your car, so that I wanted to try to do something to kind of balance that. But then you did do the exact same thing when I didn't have a freaking job. Is there seriously nothing?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, Jenny.
Oh, now I feel like a terrible person.
It's okay. You can do stuff.
Seriously, nothing?
I just like fucking you. It's okay. Those are my top 2. You said the top. I thought of my top.
Hey, you ripped out 3. I ripped out 1, and then you ripped out 2 more. Come on, there must be 1 more. I just crawl in the hole now.
Oh, it's adorable. I liked it when you went shopping with my mom. That couldn't have been fun.
Well, that's not exactly a thing I did for you.
Yeah, you did.
No, it's not.
You did it. You went shopping with my mom.
But that's not a thing. That's a thing you should do.
But then again, you did leave me in a car alone with your dad when we hadn't talked to each other much.
You mean when you had to pick him up?
Drive them to the airport.
But I couldn't help it, though.
Like, then again, you did leave me in a car with your dad, like, alone, with, like, nobody as a go-between in between us, and luckily your dad's, like...
I'm gonna feel like such a terrible person to be, like...
Your dad's actually a really awesome guy. Like, no, seriously, her dad's really cool. Like, it was, like... I remember I was really nervous, because, like, before this point in time, I had never really been alone with him. Like, it's always, like, Jenny's always been there as an intermediary. So like so it was like the first time there would be an extended long time that like it would just be me and Jenny's parents by ourselves, as like So like it was really cool. So I grabbed them from the apartment to drive them to the airport, and we load the bags in, and then like I told him like, oh, if you want to sit in the back with your wife, it's cool. You guys can talk or sleep or whatever. He's like, no, sit up front. Me and you can talk. I'm like, oh, this is gonna go great. This is gonna go super great. And so like her mom was like really quiet and like possibly unconscious in the backseat.
Yeah, she might have been sleeping.
She was probably sleeping because I'm sure what we were talking about was super boring to her. Like, and me and her dad started talking about cars, and we like talked about like how he used to own a Mustang, and like your dad just became super badass to me for some weird reason.
Was it actually?
Well, yeah.
Oh.
No, like honestly, if he can own that car in Taiwan of all places, or in any country in Asia, owning that car and be willing to drive it around.
I thought the badass would be the fact that both our families moved here.
Yeah.
It took a lot, especially at that time, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
He owned a Mustang. That's cool.
Okay. Oh, seriously, nothing?
What?
Nothing?
I appreciate Jenny for giving me that opportunity to spend time with her father when she knew I could, and I was just nervous not to.
Oh my god, that does not count. Oh my god, no! It's like it kind of feels like I went into this podcast without knowing that
Jenny went into this podcast holding all these cards close to her heart, and she was like, "I got this, guys, I got this." Oh, and by the way,
By the way, what?
Hi. And while I was interning, I would visit Jenny at Emily Carr.
What about that time I went and tried to surprise visit you on Valentine's Day, and I made chocolates. All the time I made you personal lunches with disgustingly cute bunny eggs.
But I'm gonna go with your sister told you shouldn't have done that because you're gonna ruin Tony's Valentine's Day surprise.
I don't know. I thought it was.
What about all of my personal lunches that I made for you since then?
Why?
Like the almost weekly personal lunches that your coworkers ask you every time. It's like, oh, did you make that?
Every time my coworkers happen to ask if I made something, it's always.
Or it just happens to be when I make it.
My boyfriend. All right. Nah. I still remember there was like those times where we asked each other. It's like, how did your exes actually? How can your exes actually dump you? I've asked you that a lot. It's like, how did you get dumped? No, like as a kind of thing, or it's like not actually how you get dumped. Why would someone dump someone like Tony? I don't know. Yeah. Just I didn't do enough for you, did I?
Oh, it's okay. I'm just kidding. Honey does plenty.
Plenty that you can't name.
Aw, Honey does plenty. Well, you just asked me to go into this as like my top one, and then you're like, then we're all going to expand on those points.
Think of another one. Think of another one right now.
So you're going to end this podcast in the same way you started it, thinking like glaring at me to think of one.
I'm just like sitting there. It's like.
The fact that you're having trouble thinking of one too, aren't you?
It's because I can't mention anything that I've done for you, like, monetarily.
Aww.
Because, like, I can't be like, oh, I buy you a lot of presents, and then be like, that doesn't count as anything. That just counts. No, that doesn't count as anything. It counts. It's not that meaningful.
Well, yeah, but it counts because you didn't have a lot of money to spare, and you still managed to scrape some time around to get me presents. I appreciate that. Yeah, she has a really frowny turtle face on right now. Yeah, she's still turtle facing. Turtle facing's not gonna go away.
Yeah, cause I don't know, things that you can buy with money just doesn't it doesn't mean as much to me as something that it made you feel like you can remember for a long time.
Aw, that's adorable.
Well, how are we doing for time?
We're doing we're doing okay.
Actually?
We're actually right on time this time. We're right on time this time.
No, let's go over 5 minutes. You have to think of something. You have to think of something.
I can think of all the stuff I've done for you.
Oh God, no! Stop thinking of that. You've done
Because
too much.
I'm kind of glaring at all the stuff that I've done for you right around.
Oh damn it! Come on.
I think you'll always owe me a substantial amount of, because in the take care of the house thing there was also the W.
Oh God, that guy.
Yeah, the W.
Are we gonna talk about that?
No,
guy?
but
No,
like,
okay,
we'll
let's-
just leave it as a mystery.
Just in short, that the W is about the stupidest person. Just the dumbest, man.
I did take care of the W for you during that time. I was
Yeah.
taking care of your house.
I understood after. It was a pain having to live with the W for a bit.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass. The W. The W is in no way or shape or form affiliated with Jenny's family in whatsoever, so just in case you guys are wondering. I got you a Wii U last year.
I got you a PS Vita with the...
I got you a 3DS.
Wait. I did not finish! I got you a PS Vita with the special edition of Persona Golden. I also got you a shitload of anime figures.
Cintiq.
For no particular reason, just because I wanted to get them for you.
CINTIQ.
Are you gonna do this?
Cintiq.
Are you gonna do this?
Oh yeah,
Because there's no possibility that I can win this.
I know that.
You make more than me. Come on, man.
Okay, so me and Jenny have this like really terrible thing we do against each other where we have present offs.
Yeah,
I guess that's about as good as we could ever really. That's as legit a name as.
And then when I lose, I'm like, come on, man.
And she always thinks she has the upper hand every year until I come in with the grand slap.
You should think I should have a handicap.
Why?
Of the time when I was at the other places working at,
So you're saying
earning,
the last
earning a lot less than you.
Are you saying the last 2 years of victories don't count?
You should take into account of my situations at the time.
I'm still declaring all-out victory.
You gonna do this? You gonna do this?
Well, I did get you a Cintiq last year and a Wii U.
Oh my God! Don't tell them that. Okay, the Cintiq was split with my parents, but still, it was very expensive.
But it was my idea, and originally, I was considering getting her the whole thing.
That essentially probably got me the job. I came in this podcast with no cars. Okay, this was not a competition, by the way.
Wait! I forgot to mention another thing.
What?
I'd help your dad move that rock that's in your apartment out of the house and up the flights of stairs. When you moved out of
Why don't you just say you helped us move?
I had to move.
And it was very tiring.
I had to argue with your dad a lot about tables and chairs.
Well, they're still here, okay?
Yeah, I know.
They're all still here.
I didn't say I won the argument. I'm just saying we did have to load a lot of shit into a truck.
Have I been a bad person to date?
The truck got stuck in the mud in front of your house, and we had to push the truck out of your mud-soaked
Oh
front
my
lawn.
God! Well,
I had to mow your lawn when you were away from your house. Because
I like how I talked about how I was talking about that time and saying how can you possibly get dumped, and you said the same thing to me, and you did not expand on that.
Aw,
Jenny's
the best.
Actually, that was a way to try to make you think of another card, but okay.
Oh, but Jenny's the best.
Oh, now I feel like a terrible person.
No, you shouldn't. Would I do all that?
What about that time when you were sick and I visited you?
Okay.
I bust my way to you, and I made you some warm stuff to eat.
Yes, and I appreciate that.
That just counts as nothing compared to the things you've done to me.
What do you? You make it sound like all those things I did were a punishment.
No, they're not punishment. It's just I'm also trying to take care of you. And obviously you've done a way better job of taking care of me than I took care of you.
Oh, you're adorable. Penny's adorable.
I'm not a pet. Don't pet me. Don't pet me.
I'm petting her right now.
Don't pet me.
I'm petting her right now. Do you want a treat?
I do want a donut.
She actually does want to get a donut right after this podcast.
Okay, so I guess we should be ending this. Yep, we should be ending this.
Okay, so this is Tony and Mikochi signing off, and I would just like to say for guys everywhere, this would be a total victory for the gents. Well done, men.
Are you serious?
Well done, men.
Have I done nothing?
Total
in the
victory for the gents. Total victory.
Have I done nothing?
No, you've done plenty.
I'm gonna go cry now. Bye.
Bye.